Also, we have a $5,000 donation. From Archangel164, who says, this donation is in honor of Karen, Maine Kleiner Wolf. P.S. Save the animals. We also have an interview coming up. Take it away, interview crew.
Hey guys, I gotta tell you, I had such high expectations for those Mario runs, and somehow my expectations were exceeded. I don't know how that's even possible. Did you guys like them?
That was an amazing set of runs. I really enjoy watching Darby all the time, and seeing him come out here, Andrew G, Cosmic, it's amazing to watch 3 top-level runners competing side by side like that.
Yeah, it's great. I always love seeing the original Mario games run.
Yeah. So with me here, I have Gyre and feasel, who are going to be doing a co-op run of Final Fantasy 1 right after this upcoming Super Mario Sunshine run. And I wanted to ask you guys a few questions. So I mean, feasel, you ran this game yourself. Can you just tell me, give me an idea of just how risky it can be when you're going for world records of this game?
When you're going for world record, your success rate is going to be like less than 10%. Much less. I mean, really, most runs that you start are going to come nowhere near to finishing. It's very, very risky because you're just playing it so close to like the lowest level possible, minimal equipment, not even like healing people, not even equipping stuff till you have to go into the menu. Very risky.
So Gyre, if that's the case, how did you guys end up making it marathon safe?
This is something I've actually been working on for a couple of years. Back in the original RPG Limit Break, I had the idea, let's try to make Final Fantasy actually a credible submission. And at the time, Spike Vegeta called it the least marathon safe game of all time.
I could see that.
And I wanted to disprove him. And it's mostly about finding ways, without taking large detours or doing excessive grinding, things that people kind of assume you have to do in RPGs, to find out, okay, how do I turn a 50% encounter into a 90% encounter? Okay, now we've got a 90%, let's turn it to a 95, a 99, up until we have enough confidence that we can string these back to back. And there's still some places in the run which are going to be risky. We have built in like a lot of fallbacks in that, so like as much manipulation and preparation as we're going to do, we also have like 1,000 crazy backup strategies if we have to pull them out of the hat.
Gotcha. And then feasel, so what made you guys decide to bring it as a co-op run rather than just kind of collaborating on notes and deciding on one player to actually play it?
Well, I think the idea is that we both really wanted to do it, but a race probably wouldn't have been the best idea. So the next best thing, since we had both really put so much work into routing different versions of it, that for us to just sort of combine our skills and do it together. And really, for a 4-hour run, it's really nice to just hand the controller off and like be able to just relax for a little bit and get your sanity back.
Yeah, gotcha. And then, how would you say exactly this game differs from, not even talking about the later generation Final Fantasies, but even kind of, we're talking like Super Nintendo ones, like Final Fantasy 4 through 6?
Well, this game has a lot fewer of the comforts. That not a lot of things that it does to make things easier for you. In fact, it seems to make things as hard as possible, just because they weren't really designing this with knowing very much in mind about how RPGs should work. It was just so early on in the console RPG era, so a lot of stuff got a lot easier in later games.
This really was their very first effort in the RPG space. They took a company which was actually known for action games like Rad Racer, 3D World Runner. Those were the programmer of Final Fantasy's previous games prior to doing an RPG. So they're learning things on the fly. And as a result of having these experiences, they really built up a franchise over time that people have thrown so many countless hours into this. And it's an amazing thing to kind of see that a team that was really kind of inexperienced doing such a phenomenal job setting the groundwork for an entire industry for years to come.
And if I remember correctly, the game, I mean, I don't remember where I read this, but I think the game was called Final Fantasy because they saw it as their last shot at like making this company work.
It really was something where they had to bet the company on. It was outside of their comfort zone. They had put a lot of effort into kind of the 3D peripherals, like the Virtual Boy and those type of things that turned out to totally flop. And so they had to really pivot very hard. And that's something that a lot of game companies go through, and not many pull it out on the other side.
So this is a co-op run. How did you guys practice? Feasel, I'll throw it to you.
Well,
because you don't live near one another.
Right, yeah, we don't live near one another, and here on site was the first time we actually got to play it together. But it's the kind of thing where once you have pretty extensive notes and once you've seen some playthroughs and talked about it, I mean, you can sort of reproduce the route. And so we both did runs of that route. And then we, talked a bit about some of the conditions when we hand off to each other, and maybe some backup strats and how we're going to deal with commentary. So really, it really felt like we had both practiced together, even though we hadn't physically done it.
Gotcha. And that is one advantage, actually, is that you both know the game so intimately that the other one knows exactly what the player is doing and can actually commentate it so kind of articulately because you know the game so well.
It works really well for that, but it also causes some trouble sometimes. Like, we assume things like, okay, I have my menus certain ways for how I want to have the weapons organized and the armor organized, and I hand it over to Feasel, like, this is totally not how I would do things. And so we have to kind of compromise and make sure that we're not going to make assumptions from muscle memory about a lot of these things that are going on during the run itself.
That's funny. I mean, I could imagine that being like something that you don't even kind of anticipate being an issue just in the planning. Like, you're planning like where the monsters will spawn, how to go about attacking them, routing kind of what weapons, armor you need to get, etc. So you don't really like think about these tiny subtleties that you take for granted when you're just playing alone.
Exactly.
Yeah. And as far as this is a long, long game, and so how did you go about routing it in the very first place? I mean, I guess Feasel, since you were doing runs.
Yeah, I think, well, I had first seen a run on SDA of someone who, the first person who had really started to use the monster group manipulations, but he wasn't using any of the step manipulations. And there actually was a lot of good information out there if you just managed to piece it all together from different sources. So I came up with the first step manipulated route. And from there, I just started doing runs, and I got a lot of eyes on it. Lots of people gave me feedback. Lots of people really wanted to help and pitch in. It went through many, many iterations. I tried some marathon-safe routes, and that's when sort of Gyre came in and tried to make like the marathon-safe route, like the 95% success rate route, and so it sort of evolved from there.
Cool. I kind of went through a similar process where I had a lot of inspiration in terms of runs that I'd seen before, but also playing the game for 25 years before we started to sit down and try to do one of these marathon safe speed runs. We've all had kind of ways that we've kind of grown up learning about it and kind of having a comfort zone for that. So that's something where you can start with something that it's really safe, it's going to work every single time, and you kind of pare things back and make it riskier and riskier and riskier until it's suddenly, you're getting these really impressive times overall. Like, when we started out with the marathon safe route, it was like 4.5 hours for what a good marathon run was looking like. And then by the end of it, we actually got the marathon route under Feasel's old time for the single segment category, which we thought was like totally, completely out of the question.
Yeah. Cool. So as we close this interview out, I'd love to know why you guys think this is the best Final Fantasy in 3.5 words. Gyre.
Always the best. Maybe?
See you later, Dan. And.
Good. Thank you so much. Would you say this is your favorite Final Fantasy?
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely the one I put the most hours into, but whenever I have people come and ask, like, what's my favorite Final Fantasy? Because I do multiple Final Fantasies and Dragon Quest games. It's like, you really have something as a speedrunner that you have different ways of enjoying. Whether it's because you love the game casually, because you love the speedrun route, because this particular run is going really well, so there's always a best that is going to be coming up every time.
Great. Thank you guys so much. We're going to be having Super Mario Sunshine next, and then immediately after that will be Final Fantasy. You're going to want to watch both of these runs. And Final Fantasy, if the planning part of an RPG is interesting to you, check that out, because these guys are going to have so much to say about kind of every little details that goes into an RPG like Final Fantasy and how to go about speedrunning it. So we are going to get started with Super Mario Sunshine real quick, and I'll throw it over to the front for that.
All right, welcome back to AGDQ 2017, and I am proud to announce we have a $12,000 donation. Compliments of the Yeti. And they say, hey all, Yeti here. We've been loving today's runs, and we've especially loved all the support you've shown in the way of picking up AGDQ tees, coins, and posters. Here's another $12,000. Speaking of coins, we flipped ours again, and it landed on save. Again. What are the odds? Also, too, we have just reached the $400,000 mark so far. Congratulations. All right, so as we head into Super Mario Sunshine, I'm going to be taking my leave. Yellow Killer Bee's taking over. It's going to be awesome. Please stay tuned for Super Mario Sunshine.
All right, thank you so much, Skybills. Again, this is Yellow Killer Bee, and I'm going to be taking over for Sunshine. Super excited for the Sunshine race. I do have a $1,000 donation from Leibniz. He said, I had to donate during the Mario block in honor of my favorite runner, Darbian. All right, you are watching Awesome Games Done Quick 2017. This time, all the proceeds go to the Prevent Cancer Foundation. So if you want to donate, just go to gamesdonequick.com. That's a great place for you to donate. You can look at all the prizes that are available. And speaking of prizes, we do have some prizes, some wonderful prizes for this Mario block. We had a Super Mario Brothers Perler Pack for both Super Mario Brothers 3 and original Super Mario Brothers. I've got a couple more donations here. We have $75 from Anonymous that just says, bathe the whales. Even whales need baths. We've got $5 from Anonymous. Been watching all the GDQ events since you guys were in a room that could only hold about 30 people. Thrilled you guys have come so far. Keep up the amazing work. Well, thank you. It's only possible because of donations like yours. We've got $10 from Ortholog. I'm a geneticist and a gamer, so I'm excited to support both efforts in one event. Keep up the good work. We've got $20 from Zeta Gundam ZZ. That SMB race was epic. Well done, guys. We've got $20 from Jeff MCG. Love the Mario block. Let's see some Nintendo TazBot fun. We've got $10 from ASFDFDFD. It just says, Privet, hi, salut, hello. Hello to you. We've got $123 from Topermens. So hyped for the Final Fantasy speedrun. Wish the runner good luck. Make sure to save the frames. We've got a $100 anonymous donation. As a new viewer to Twitch in the past couple months, Darbian was one of the first streams I watched, and it immediately hooked me on speedrunning. Loved his explanations and deep knowledge of the game, and have since also come to follow the runs of Andrew G and Cosmic. Thanks all three of you for the run, and of course, thanks to all the AGDQ staff. We've got $50 from Ginny. I've been watching AGDQ for a while, but this is my first time donating. Today is my eldest brother's birthday, and lost his battle with cancer almost around this time last year. And what better way to celebrate him than to donate this in prevention of cancer? I'm donating half my donations to saving those animals. Save those animals! We do have an upcoming bid war for Final Fantasy. Choose the character name. Right now, Mr. MV is in the lead with $2,745, with Yeti coming up close behind with $2,371. So if that's something you're interested in getting your donation in, make sure you get it in soon. We also have a donation that has been met. Going to fight Warmech. That one was $10,000 and it has been met. And then also C. Erdrick's grave was also met. So thank you so much for those donations. We've got $20 from Otternuke. Mario Block, you know I gotta donate. During this cold month, I can always count on AGDQ to warm my heart. We've got $50 from BRHH. Excellent primetime scheduling once again. Time to chill out to some Mario Sunshine and try to forget about work tomorrow. Got $10 from the Kuros Kai. That was an amazing race. This $10 is for Big John for having Andrew G bring it home. We've got $80 from Uber Napa. Thank you, everyone. Not only are you supporting an incredible cause, you are bringing the integrity of the art to video games. When my friends ask, what are you watching? And I say, people playing video games quickly, they're like, what? And then I tell them that you're raising millions of dollars for charity, they have an insta-deadpan face. I love every minute of these events, and I'm so happy that we can all enjoy video games to support such a wonderful cause. Donation to Announcer's Choice. Use it wisely. We've got $36 from Nambona890. Hey everybody, this is my second time donating to a GDQ, and I just want to give a shout out to Kafka and some others from SMW Central who might be watching, even though they probably don't like me that much. Super hype for Super Dram World, run on Sunday by Grand Pooh Bear, so good luck on that. We've got $30 from Usa Satsui. It won't get read, so I won't bother commenting. Well, unless it is, in which case I'll look rather silly. We've got $75 from Bob Doe. Oh man, I hope my boss doesn't notice me submitting this donation during work. I just can't miss this race. Best of luck to all the runners. Sorry, Bob Doe. We've got $20 from K Volvo. Shout out to the tech team making this possible behind the scenes. Hi to all the other UK folks staying up till the early hours for the Mario block. Save the animals! We've got $50 from Hardgrim. Amazing Mario Race Block really captures the magic of a live event. Glad to support a wonderful event and a wonderful cause in the PCF. We've got $10 from Mr. Moogle. Love the GDQ events. I look forward to them each year and watch them the entire week. They're such great events. Shout out to Skybills and the Skyforce. Gotta save them frames, kill the animals. We've got $20 from Bentalk, sitting in the audience getting hyped for the Super Mario race. Nice, Bentalk. We got $50 from Ryman's Quest. Shout out to the RGL team, Skybills, Author Blues, and Mac Hugs for everyone. We've got $75 from Icky. Can't wait for the Final Fantasy run. Think it's going to be amazing. I think we're just getting some last-minute tech problems sorted out. We're going to get started pretty soon here. I'm going to read a couple more donations. We got $100 from Paul153. As a brother of a cancer survivor, I can't thank you enough for everything you've done to support such a tremendous cause. Thank you, Paul. We got $50 from the Major. I've been personally affected by cancer, so I always try to give something. I've been watching for a few years, and I'm always amazed at the hard work everyone involved puts in. Great event for a great cause. Keep it up. We've got $100 from Slangin' Rocks. Here's $100 for replacing Setup Block 3 with a Richter All Bosses run of Castlevania Symphony of the Night by Mecha Richter, and for cancer. All right, are you all ready for some sunshine? I know I'm ready. We've got some amazing runners coming up to do this race, some amazing commentary also. So with that, I will throw it on over to the couch.
All right, guys, here we go. On the top left, we have our boy PangaeaPanga, maker of U-Break by PangaeaPanga. On the top right, we have the people's champ, StrongmanLin. The bottom left, we have the SMS 120 Shines GOAT and all-around heartthrob, AverageTrey. And on the bottom right, we have our boy, the honey skip master, BounceyBoy. Let's go.
So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the reset screen runners.
You guys ready for some sunshine? Yeah. That was enthusiastic.
No, I think they can do better. I think they can do better.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready for some
Yeah.
sunshine? Woo!
All right, it looks like everybody's just about ready. So we'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go!
Let's go.
Cutscene height.
Cutscene hype. Always the fan favorite of Super Mario Sunshine. Of all the viewers, they love watching the cutscene at the beginning.
So I guess we'll start off with talking about what this run is. The any percent category is basically beating the game as fast as possible, getting to the credits. To do that, in each of the 7 worlds, you have to beat the 7th shine, which is the Shadow Mario fight.
Exactly.
Which unlocks Corona, which is where the Bowser fight is.
However, you do, in some missions, in some worlds, you're actually able to skip some shines so that you can get to 7th shine earlier. And that's what we're going to be doing for any percent. So we just got to get each 7th shine done.
So coming up is the first little bit of movement in Airstrip. This is, most of the runners should be able to get this pretty similarly, and we should enter the main cutscene, which is really exciting.
The core
the
one.
tutorial.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, the tutorial.
I'm mostly on the same pace.
Of course, StrongmanLin will be slightly ahead because he's on PAL, and he has a slightly shorter text box.
Look at that. Already had an advantage.
In there.
Yeah, man.
Strongman in the lead by a couple of frames.
Yeah, so the PAL version, you get to play on Italian, and Italian text is much faster than Japanese text. Otherwise, you know, most people would not expect that, but it is. So he will be a little bit ahead just because of that in the beginning.
The other runners are playing on the Japanese version because Delfino Plaza loads much faster.
Exactly.
So it mostly balances out. There's a few differences in the run between the PAL version and the Japanese version that we will go over later.
Yeah.
that balance it out to make them about the same speed for any percent.
Exactly. Yeah.
In 120 shines, the Japanese version is much faster.
All right, sure. So you're going to hear us using a lot of terms to describe the movement that they'll be using. So just to brief you on them a little bit, when we say spam spray, you're going to see that they're going to be spamming R and A. That's why they're called a spam. They hit R and A at the same time, and it'll cause a huge jet of water. Some of you may have seen it before, and it is really, really efficient at cleaning up goop, and it's really efficient sometimes to get you to get a water slide. So you're going to see them doing that a lot, and we'll be referring to it like as a spam spray. So.
Right, another huge movement tech you'll see them do are water slides. Probably the hardest tech to get down and really master. Basically, anytime there's water on the ground, Mario can dive into it and slide at maximum speed. So at any point in the run where you are going in a straight line, you're going to be seeing them do a water slide.
And to get those really quickly, you can just flick the hover nozzle, and that's called a hover slide. That's like the most optimal movement in most places.
And this Piranha Plant is going to be one of many in this run. It's a very reused boss fight.
And it looks like Bouncy is the only one that doesn't completely clean off the homie.
Yep, that's why he's not under the shine right now. Yep. It's karma.
And bad RNG manipulation there.
Oh yeah, that's going to throw him off and Pianta 5.
All right. All right. Court cutscene height.
So another one of the movement techs that you'll see throughout the run that's actually really important is called a momentum spin. So spin jumps, normally you spin the control stick, you press A, you get a long jump, you get a high jump that basically you can go farther because you're spinning in the air. A momentum spin is when you abuse like a fast run. When you roll out onto a slope, Mario runs way faster, and if you do the spin input while he's on that fast run, you go way farther, and we call that a momentum spin. And you can abuse that to get much farther in certain areas and skip places you could get faster.
Yeah, it's also more efficient in some cases because diving actually will cap your speed very fast. So if you were to just jump and dive, you end up going slower than if you just do a spin jump with the maximum speed and momentum.
And conserving momentum is pretty huge in this run once you get to a top level. You'll see them do that a lot with hovering in air to keep their momentum instead of diving and doing double jumps.
Exactly.
Yeah. The main difference you'll see between a runner with a 125 and a runner with a 118, they do most of the same strats, but it's all movement.
Movement, exactly.
Yeah.
If a runner is doing better, they'll have
objection.
Objection. Overruled. Yeah, man. Yeah, better runners usually have the movement a lot more consistent. You'll be able to tell when you watch a lot of runners that the ones that have better times always have the better movement.
There's still more cutscene.
Oh yeah, still going.
We do have a $100 donation from GameCube Forever.
Yo, GC.
He just says, excited for the SMS race and good luck to all the runners. Heart.
At the airstrip, correct? It is a shine sprite. Shine sprites.
Still going.
Yeah. Anything else we missed movement-wise?
Hey, bathroom break, anyone?
Yeah, get some water, yeah.
Has polluted the island and most of the shine sprites have fled.
I guess something else to note, which I can cover really quick here, is you'll see the runners in the route break up Bianco. Most people don't understand quite why that is. It's because every time you come back into Delfino and there's something to do in Delfino, there's a cutscene and it lasts 3 seconds. And by leaving Bianco to go to Gelato after Bianco 5, you cut down on those cutscenes because you open Gelato, which is something to do.
Well, if you don't open Gelato, if you don't open Gelato, you'll keep the Gelato cutscene will keep appearing over and over again every time you exit a level, and we waste a lot of time. So completing it earlier will save you a few seconds each time.
Yeah, there are a couple people who will not split up Bianco and will go all the way through. We call that German route. That's just a little bit safer because Bianco 6 is a very hard secret, and if you end up messing that up, you can reset much earlier instead of going through the whole run.
All right, finally, we get back into the game.
All right, this is the real part of the run.
So you'll see some of the runners going over the building there. It's actually a newer movement strat that was found. Saves a few seconds.
Yeah, it's also way more technical than just doing a couple hover slides.
Much more difficult than the original.
This is the second of our many polluted piranha plant fights. They're all pretty much the same.
Gotta save the green toad. More cutscenes.
Here's the last one, I swear.
We've got $20 from Tribor. What kind of overalls does Mario wear? Denim, denim, denim.
Denim, denim, denim. All right, so now coming up here, most of the runners will try to do a quick kill on this Shadow Mario, and it's very difficult. If you want to explain
Yeah, it's a new strat that was recently found. It's actually, you're going to see them do it. They're going to try to do a spam spray as they roll out.
Oh,
and Bouncy got it.
Nice.
Strongman got it too.
Strongman got it as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, Panga gets the fruit stuck in the air glitch.
Yo, he got it.
I think that's JP only.
Yes, that is.
Yeah. Oh, BounceyBoy gets early M.
Early M.
Panga gets early M. Trey gets early M.
Strongman
gets early M! Wow.
Oh,
All right,
man.
so what happens there is Shadow Mario paints the M onto the Bianco statue for the loading zone, and if you spray it like right when he paints it, you can spray it off before the cutscene.
Right at the last moment.
Yeah, right at the last moment, and it's actually like not that common.
Surprising though, 4 of them get it.
Combined, they just saved like 10 whole frames.
Alright, so the first shine of the game, at least in Bianco Hills, we're already skipping it. We're going straight to Bianco 2 with the PD fight, and they're going to have to jump on this spider.
And this is the first instance.
Gets good spider.
The first instance of luck in the run,
Yeah.
where that spider is and what he does is basically luck, and you want to have him in like a good spot. And I think most of them got good spiders.
All of them got really good spiders. Yep.
Yeah, so that's really awesome. BounceyBoy is 7 seconds ahead of his PB.
Oh wow.
He wants you to know. This will be the
You
first.
lied to us. Another cutscene.
Another cutscene.
Dang it, I lied. I'm sorry.
This will be the first of 2 PD fights in Bianco, and basically the trick to this one is that you just have to stand to the side of PD. He'll turn to you, and you have to spray water into his mouth.
Fairly simple. It gets a little more complicated on the next one though.
And you'll see them try to ground pound like as soon as possible, and if they don't, an arrow will come up, which is basically the game telling you that, like, hey, this is where you want to ground pound. We already know that, so we don't want the arrow to show up because we want to do it as fast as possible.
But if you end up doing it too early, you'll actually clip through PD's belly, and that's like really frustrating because
just a little bit too early.
Just a little tiny bit too early.
Loses like 3 minutes,
Yeah.
or at least feels like
It's so hard to get out of the belly, dude.
It actually only loses like 2 seconds.
Right, looks like Bouncy's coming out at
Bouncy
first.
is ahead by
Panga gets a sweet
3
spam
seconds.
spray.
Oh my gosh.
That's a
Panga
really
close
good
behind.
spell time.
That's like 2 seconds off like the best ever done.
All right, we're heading into the first secret in the game. First secret shine. It's actually a small spot in here where you can get unlucky as they're sliding along this path. You can get hit by this enemy on the side. It's a very unlucky thing to get.
I don't know what they're called. We just call them B-boy derps. They're the B-boy derps.
Yeah, the B-boy derps. Exactly.
He'll get a shout out later in the run, I would guess.
I'd be very disappointed if he doesn't.
BounceyBoy.
Cough. So BounceyBoy gets a good pull.
Yeah, something to note
Panga
about
also gets a good pull.
this pole is that the hitbox is kind of weird, and you can only actually do a wall kick off of it, like towards the
edge.
The edge of it.
Yeah.
So sometimes it can be really difficult, and it looks like everybody gets
Looks
it
like
just
they all
fine.
got it though. That's great.
The first of several levels where Shadow Mario will come and take Flood. These are known as the secret levels. They're really movement intensive and some of the most fun in the run. Also, the scariest.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you die, you lose a bunch of time because you have to reset from the beginning of the level.
Yep.
Yeah, it's quite eye-opening from a casual standpoint because you really get used to having flood all the time, so you can just switch to the hover nozzle and save you anytime you're in trouble. But in those secrets, you know, your movement's got to be really good just to save it.
So right here, you'll see the runners do like go off the edge of the pier and then do a double jump when they hit it. This is one of those things that saves momentum and is just a little bit faster, and those things add up throughout the whole run, and that really separates top runners from, you know, people who just know how to do the strats.
So you're going to see them move backwards while they're getting the last the set of three hits on the Piranha Plant, and that is because they're going to try to re-enter Bianco before the cutscene plays, and both cutscenes will play at the same time. So you're going to see on Bouncy's gameplay right now.
Nice.
All right, Bouncy's in there.
We call this travel skip.
Panga's in there.
Panga's in there.
Panga's in there.
Strongman's in there.
And
Trey is in there.
Oh, forgot him.
That saves 12 seconds, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. It's about 10. Yeah, okay. So you're going to see at the beginning of Bianco 4, there's a new momentum spin jump. You might see it on Lin or Trey's stream. They're both going to go onto the grass and then hover backwards onto the grass and get a really high momentum spin jump. That saves a few seconds from the original strat that we used to do.
Bouncy does another momentum spin right there after getting the 7th coin and a GWKH, a glitched wall kick hover to get up on top of that. It basically manipulates the first-person camera mode to get you a little bit higher off a wall kick and turn yourself around. It's really cool.
All right, everyone finishing Bianco 4 pretty cleanly.
Well, Bouncy saved like 5 seconds over Panga on that. They answered that about the same time.
All right, heading on to the next PD fight now.
Oh no.
Oh,
okay,
no.
so that's
Trey gets the red cog of death.
Unfortunate hazard of the rope. Loses a lot of time, but he can make it back, I believe. So here we're entering, you see Panga, Bouncy, and Strongman entering Bianco 5. This is the second PD fight and one of the first huge luck-based shine. Even though they're coming in a little bit separated by a couple seconds here and there, basically what happens with the pattern that PD takes will determine who's going to be ahead out of this.
B-Boy
Shout
Derp.
out to B-Boy Derp.
B-Boy Derp.
B-Boy Derp. So PD will stop in 3 set spots that can all be different. Like they're always going to be the same possible spots, and you want them to go to a certain way. Bouncy's starting off with the second best pattern.
Yeah.
We'll see if it
This could end
continues.
up very, very good.
Yeah, and he gets a tornado. So PD can, when he stops, he can either throw a tornado or not. You want him obviously to not, because then you can hit him immediately.
Saves a few seconds.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Panga is starting off with the
With the
best,
best spot.
possible spot.
So does
this could be-
StrongmanLin.
So does Strongman. So this could be even better for both of those runners.
Picks up the safe life, Bouncy, and he's got a good second
Yep,
spot.
That's a good second spot.
Panga does not get a good.
Ooh.
Trey getting a bounce there. Oh, Bouncy gets hit.
Hit by one of the greenies.
Oh, looks like Strongman is getting a pretty good pattern so far. If he goes in a straight line right there, he stops really quick at all the locations, so you have less time to wait.
Yeah, if Strongman's PD goes down to the hover nozzle area, that will be the best RNG pattern.
And BounceyBoy gets
Bouncy
the
Boy
second
gets
best RNG.
second best RNG.
That's really good.
That's really good. That's huge. Especially on a really good run like this.
Yeah.
This is huge.
All right, Pangas goes over the wall.
Oh,
Oh man, so does Lin's. All right.
Shout out to the blue coin. Important to note that in the any percent run, we don't utilize any of the blue coins or the Delfino shines. It's just the least amount of shines as possible to get in.
All right, Trey's goes down. And
Trey.
it saves it. He still gets a pretty good RNG pattern. That's good.
Pretty decent RNG for all 4 runners actually.
1634.
Yeah.
And obviously the shine spawns in the same spot every time. So just use a visual cue. There's a little Pac-Man there you can see. And he just, aim right in front of his mouth, like your dot.
All right, so now they're all gonna head over to Gelato. Like we were saying, to save this cutscene, Gelato appears right when you have 5 shines. So right when they have 5 shines, now they're all gonna head over to Gelato to get rid of this Piranha Plant. So we saved a few seconds on every shine.
I've got $114.58 donation from Feasible Weasel, who says, "Hey Trey, longtime viewer, first time donator. The first speedrun I ever saw was your SMS run at AGDQ 2015, and 2 years later, you're still the most average runner out there." As always, huge fan with a huge shout out from Germany. Thanks.
At the end of this polluted piranha fight, you'll see the runners do a water slide, and they're trying to conserve the momentum to get as close to the M as possible. Saves a very small amount of time, but every second counts.
All right, so now we're heading to Gelato Skit.
Oh yeah, that exists.
Yeah, man.
So this probably is the biggest game-breaking glitch
skip
skip clip in the game, and it basically lets you get the episode 8 shine, which is the one where you have to grab the watermelon. And having done the 8th shine, or any shine that is ahead of the one you're supposed to do, will give you access to every single shine before that.
Exactly.
So by doing episode 8, you can just go straight to episode 7, which is Shadow Mario, and that's all you need to complete the game.
And
BounceyBoy is
gets
getting it
first
first
try.
try.
Nice.
all right.
So how this works is that Mario and the coconut cannot occupy the same space at the same time.
Panga
Nice.
also
Panga
gets his first try.
So we center our angle with the pole grab, so we can run directly behind the coconut. And when the coconut falls off, it pushes us into the clips us into the roof.
Strongman gets the first
try.
try. Trey gets the
Trey's
first
there.
try.
Let's
Awesome.
go.
Nice.
We got ourselves a race.
All right. So now that they've all done Gelato, we just have to complete that Shadow Mario shine, and that will let us beat Bowser at the end, get to Bowser. So,
So as they quick kill Shadow Mario, you see them jump right behind him and do a couple spam sprays. Spam sprays, of course, they're just a lot of particles of water, so each one of them will deal individual damage to Shadow Mario, and it will, pretty much take him to full health, but he can't be killed until he's by the tree. So
When he's on the ground, landed.
yeah. Ooh. Swag
Right.
movement from BounceyBoy.
getting Pianta early.
Something the runners are doing also is they're going into first person when they grab the shine, and it points Mario in a different direction than he's supposed to in the shine cutscene. It's pretty funny. So here's another instance of luck in Pianta 1. The pattern that these little chomplets take is RNG and random, and really only the last one matters when you're really good. You want him to be by the pond or by the waterfall rather than by the pool.
Yeah.
And Bouncy gets bad RNG here.
It's about a 6-second difference between good and bad.
Maybe 8 seconds if you do like a super cool like early cycle strat.
Yeah, Bouncy does a really cool strat when he gets.
Yeah. Trey does it too.
Does Trey do it too?
Yeah.
All right, so Panga gets the good last chomp. So that'll save him a bit of time. Oh, man.
This is the hover ground pound. The hover
Oh, yeah.
nozzle is very powerful in the Japanese version, specifically on the shine. On American, you can't clean them off with the hover nozzle, but this one, all you have to do is do a ground pound. You see
So you'll notice,
Strongman is
yeah.
doing spam sprays instead.
He only does spam sprays because it's not as powerful.
And it's important to note that we pause here so that the flood text box goes away and the shine spawns faster.
It makes the cutscene appear instantly.
Yeah. Trey gets bad the bad luck as well. Bouncy's on a really good run.
If you get an early cycle, I'm going to pop off.
Which also means that Panga's on a really good run.
Oh, right? We just talking about that.
All right. So here you're going to see Bouncy doing the piantissimo copy movement.
I've got a $10 anonymous donation. It says, I've been waiting for this SMS race all marathon. If BounceyBoy wins first, he should eat a pineapple pizza. And if he doesn't, he should eat a pineapple pizza. Hashtag Shrug Squad.
Shrug Squad.
Yo, shout out to anybody born in 1995. That's my year.
2005.
Oh, dude. Trying to go for that 1738.
All right, so this next shine you'll see Bouncy doing now is the only floodless shine that is not in a secret level. It's just floodless for the whole level, and you'll see him doing a damage boost using the Wind Spirit. He gets invincibility frames, and he can dive straight across the lava instead of doing a huge puzzle that you normally have to do.
I'm not even sure most of us know how to do this guy.
Yeah, no one really does it.
I remember how. I don't want to.
We've got a $100 donation from Steve Massey. Shout outs to all my boys racing and on the couch. Best of luck to you all. I'll donate another $50 if Panga doesn't die in Bianco 6.
Oh, man. It's on.
Shout outs to Steve Massey. So go ahead.
Yeah, all the runners seem to be in the same spot as far as Pianta 3 goes.
This is a really good race so far.
Yeah.
So Bouncy is in Pianta 4. Here's another small luck-based, not luck-based, but luck element in Pianta 4, where the big chomp decides to go. I think he got the second best of the three.
One of 3 ways he can go. This is the second best way he can go, so not bad.
But again, only loses like 4 seconds between best and worst.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot.
And the chain chomp will actually go into where the pool is, and if you grab the chain right then you'll get what we call chain skip, which makes it so you don't have to go all the way to the back of the pool and lose some time.
Yeah, because otherwise he'll turn around. Panga and Strongman both get the worst pattern.
And Trey gets the second best. Yeah.
So if he goes to all the way to the left, that's the best pattern.
Epic.
So 2 really important things about this next shine that Bouncy's about to do. Pianta 5. The first thing is you'll see him do a clip into a mushroom with yellow goop on it. Normally you need Yoshi to clean off the yellow goop with his little squirt spittle thing. But we clip underneath it by running through the tree, and that's called Yoshi Skip. Found within the setup.
The new setup that was found recently, or a year or 2 ago, that a lot of runners have now done is by Huffley or Puff.
And it makes it way more safe.
Yeah, much easier and safer to do in a run, thanks to him. So,
and he gets it.
Nice.
There's it.
So the second thing to note about this is that the final chuckster here is on a really important cycle, and it's basically random where he is when you get up there, and if he gets up there really quickly,
if he gets lucky
and gets super lucky, he can save 20 seconds, 25 seconds.
Yeah. Panga getting Yoshi.
I think he's got it.
Oh, he's got the early cycle.
He just has to get this. And
oh no!
Oh.
Okay. Oh my God. So that's what we call early cycle, and it saves a lot of time, and it's
However, yeah, it's
1
also
in 5 chance or
about
something
1 in
like
5,
that.
but it's really difficult. You have to get that really specific jump at the end. And all right.
Panga's coming up on it now.
Doesn't
not get it.
So
Lin gets Yoshi Skip, all right.
When you don't get early cycle, You'll see the runners bouncing on the top of his head, on the top of this last Pianta's head. That's so he doesn't stop in one of 3 spots he can stop in. It's like you take the small time loss to prevent the big time loss.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
And on the last chuckster, you'll see people. You'll see how the chuckster actually tosses them backwards. The way that actually works is that they just have to spam Y. And when you spam Y, the chuckster will throw you backwards and a little farther.
Strongman
Strongman's
early
got
cycle.
the freest early cycle.
Close.
Close. Doesn't get it. Doesn't get it.
I jinxed it.
Yeah, that was not free. That was not free. So Panga now takes the lead.
Seems so, yeah.
We have a lead change. Panga takes the lead. Trey getting the shine. We're coming up on Pianta 6.
One of the first timer missions where you have to do a certain amount of things, like in this case, clean Piantas in a certain amount of time. Something you're going to want to pay attention to on Pianta 6, they're going to be spraying the Piantas very early and then coming back to them later. The reason they're doing this is because if they just went to spray them and then went to clean them off, it actually takes a few seconds for them to actually be able to be cleaned off. So you spray them all really early, and then you come back later to spray them instantly, and it saves a few seconds in the end.
Yeah, this is one of our runners, like everybody who runs the game's favorite shines to grind because
I love it.
the IL timer and like it's very movement intensive.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll see these guys get around a 210.
210, yeah.
Is really good. Anything above like 205 is pretty impressive.
Panga's on a really good pace right now.
We've got $10 from Capitalist 17. I love GDQs and the charities that they support. Huge shout out to my boys Sniper, Tones, B-Boy, and Panga. You guys are the best. Also, objection!
Overruled.
All right,
So
Panga with a
Panga,
211.
211 after he missed the last
Impressive.
one. That's actually really good.
Yeah, that's impressive. And
Bouncy with the
215.
215!
What? Let's go!
Oh my god.
Oh my god. That's less than 2 seconds off world record.
Yeah. Right, Trey with the 207, still pretty
207,
impressive.
Yeah.
Great.
All really good times so far.
And after this shine, it will be episode 7, and we will be moving on to Pinna, with Panga probably in the lead.
Don't jinx it.
Oh, no. I'm cursed
again.
already. I'm sorry.
Not again. All right, so you're going to see Shadow Mario shine here. They are going to do another bridge slide, and you can spray the water. You'll see Bouncy do it right now. He sprays the water right before the bridge so that you can actually get water on the bridge, and then he hovers, which will cancel it, and then get him right up to Shadow Mario, which makes it really fast instead of having to dive slowly across the whole bridge.
Shout outs to Yellow
YKB
Killer B on the mic.
Let's go.
Not the bees.
Not the bees.
All right, so now that Bouncy and Panga are done with Pianta, they'll be going into Pinna, which normally has an opening cutscene where you see Shadow Mario take Peach. It's not really important, the story, you know what I'm saying? So we skip it.
Exactly.
Panga.
By clipping into this building, into out of bounds where there's a death plane, where it kills you after 1 full second.
Yeah. And they're going to have Mario be killed and enter the cutscene on the same exact frame. And if they do it correctly, it'll skip the cutscene. They'll spawn right in front of Pinna without any cutscene.
Looks like Bouncy got
Bouncy
it.
Boy,
We'll
the
see.
god of honey skip.
Panga
gets
the
it
honey
too.
skip master.
Like-
I think Panga got it too. Honey skip.
Yo.
Hype. Honey skip master.
And
Bouncy
nice.
boy.
Panga also gets it.
Didn't make a liar out of me.
Trey's working on it. Also gets a
Also,
death.
Nice.
So I think like pretty recently, a better setup for honey skip was found. It used to
Exactly.
be like really, really hard.
It used to be difficult and controller dependent.
By
and
Cantaloupe.
Yeah.
By Cantaloupe. And now it makes it way easier.
Much
and
easier.
We thank him very greatly for that.
That also makes Bouncy Boy clip out all the time.
So you'll see in Pinna 1, this shine actually has 3 skips in it. It has this skip that we've already seen, and now this one that you just saw Panga and Bouncy do, which is one of the easiest skips for most people to do. All you have to do is go on a water slide, as you're about to enter the cutscene, exit area, and you're in. You skip the cutscene. It's really easy. And now they get to start the mission a lot easier, a lot faster.
Strongman looks like he got it too.
Nice.
That's really awesome.
B-Boy gets one shot.
So now Mecha Bowser's pretty tricky.
Shot.
The first
Bouncy
shot
did not get early
we
rocket.
called the M shot into the second regrab, and you can actually get the first 4 rockets is pretty difficult.
Yeah.
To regrab this one that Trey's about to yeah, it's hard to explain, but it's a difficult shine. It's one of the most difficult shines in the game.
All 3 of the runners getting first 4 rockets though, which is
and you'll see all of them doing an exit area again, and this skips another extremely long cutscene, even longer than the first one.
Oh yeah, it's like a minute and a half, I think.
Yeah, it's extremely
2
long.
minutes. The first one's a minute. The
So
second
boring.
one's 2, I think.
Who wants to see that?
But who are we gonna know who is Bowser Jr.'s mama?
I'm your mama.
Yeah, your hands together, man.
So normally in Beta 2, you have to kill this mole. We like the mole, so we don't like to kill him. We just
save the animals.
Save the animals. We just make him hide in his cannon and get in there right away. Mole skip. So Pin It 2, the secret, it doesn't really matter how fast you do the beginning as long as you get there in time. Because you can't really make the first cycle, we can't really make the first cycle. The task does by
barely.
Yeah,
like less than
a couple frames. Or
And
something
even
like
when
that.
the task gets the first cycle, the second set of blocks is offset, so
Yeah.
you have to wait anyway.
So it's a fairly safe shine just because you have to wait for the slower cycle.
We've got $20 from Trevor. Panga, you didn't get 1998, but I'll donate another $20 if you do it in Noki 6.
Oh man. The pressure's on. All right, so we're going to be, Bouncy's going to be heading into Pinna 3. And Pinna 3 actually has a fairly new strat with the red coins, which is much faster, saves a bunch of seconds, and we've done the older strat for a very long time, but this one is recently new, and it's very fast, so you're going to want to check it out. It looks really cool. And if he doesn't get it, there's all of them know it, so you're definitely get a chance to see it. It's a really cool strat.
Yeah, it's one of those strats that people thought were really only for IL grinding, and then it became RTA viable, and it's pretty cool.
Oh man. Okay, it looks like Bouncy has to go for safe strats.
It's also really difficult.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Panga might have a chance to catch up on him for that.
Yeah, let's see.
Movement across the boats is really cool.
And he grabs that coin early. That is
Nice.
usually the 6th coin you grab.
Yeah, that's the hardest part.
And because of that, you can see Panga, instead of dropping down to get that coin,
He
just
gets-
use a momentum spin that we were talking about before and get all the way to the the 7th coin.
Exactly, so he gets very far ahead of Bouncy now from behind, so that's really cool. Good for him. Nice. That was great. The pin of 3. That was great on Panga's side. Awesome. All right, Trey getting it too. Looks like,
Well-
close. He can save it, he can save it.
Nice.
Nice.
Good
That was
save.
really
Wow.
good. That's really
Wow.
Oh,
he
no,
can save- he
back
can save
cover.
He's got it.
He
he's
got it.
He's got it.
I don't know why you're worried. I don't know why you're worried. It's fine.
Oh, wow. All right, all right.
My heart.
I know. Wow, that was close.
We have $5 from Moby that says, love Super Mario Sunshine runs, rooting for the very above average tray.
Strongman. Almost falls down.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so now Bouncy and Panga are in Pinna 4. The important thing about this shine is that it unlocks Yoshi, which you need for the skip in the next skip that they're going to be doing.
Yeah.
And to unlock Serena.
And to unlock Serena, yeah, that's pretty important. How this works.
Yeah, so all you need to do, normally you're going to spray each of them and do them one by one. You get a cutscene one by one. But if you can get them all to get around you at exactly the same time and ground pound them all, the cutscenes will chain. You'll see them all chain one by one by one, and it saves a lot of time because you don't have to do each one separately. And it looks like they both got the 1 cycle, which is great.
Every time, I think it's about, what, 10, 11 seconds every time
Yeah,
you have to
if
miss
he
it.
misses it. But
Yeah.
he can still save and get a 2 cycle, though.
I've got $25 from Contopia, hype for seeing these 4 runners on the same screen for once. In lieu of getting to see it live, I'll donate an extra $25 for every runner to get EYG on the first try,
Oh,
and
man.
a bonus $25 if anyone gets early cycle on Pianta 5.
I mean, technically they got it.
I mean,
So speaking of EYG, this is one of the newer skips in the game, especially the setup in 3. We used to do this in Pinna 2. You can do it in Pinna 2, Pinna 3, and Pinna 5. It's the fastest in Pinna 3 by a lot.
exactly, yeah.
So what you'll see Bouncy and Panga do here, well, you see all of them do it, but what you'll see them do, you have to get the fruit, which is luck-based. You want, has a really good papaya by Panga. You'll get the fruit to unlock Yoshi, which is luck-based. Coconut's the worst. Then they'll have to pick up the second papaya and the durian. The durian turns Yoshi purple, which is important because it turns the enemies into a. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no. So what they want to do here, they're actually going to be clipping past the gate. Normally, you're going to go into a loading zone here, but they're going to use a special trick with Yoshi and the platforms that they're making, and it'll let them clip past the gate. Now, normally, you're not supposed to get back here, but since they're back here when they're not supposed to be, they can get They can get over to the Yoshi go round and skip a mission and get into the secret super early.
Because the loading zone for Pinna 6 is here in the merry-go-round, but we can't get to it until we have Yoshi with this. So they just clip across the big invisible barrier and get in there. But yeah, so Yoshi, you need the purple platform to move laterally through the barrier. Nice.
Yeah. They both got it.
Through the barrier, and Yoshi to be orange in order to activate the loading zone.
That skip is really hard. And then right after that skip, you have one of the hardest tricks of a secret right here. We call this over the top to the right. And it involves a spin jump into a triple jump, which is another hidden mechanic of the game not many people know about. And it lets you get enough height with a dive to just go straight over the wall and skip the cycles.
And another...
And both Panga and B-Boy are getting it perfectly.
Nice. Really good. Really good. Another important thing to note here, you'll see StrongmanLin's is a little different than everybody else's because he's playing on PAL. This is one of the differences. This is one of the big differences between PAL and JP, is that StrongmanLin can do a trick called fruit storage, where he jumps off Yoshi while the fruit is in the air on Yoshi's tongue, and then the next time he presses B, it stores the fruit. He eats that fruit, so he doesn't have to throw the papaya into past the loading zone into the park, which saves some time because
saves a few seconds.
Yeah, because you can just stay on Yoshi the whole time.
All right, so it looks like both Trey and Lin came out of EYG pretty well, which is good.
We got $300 from Raise Fire.
Yo!
He says, "Hi guys, just want to say good luck to all the runners. Hope they are blessed by good King Boo and PDRNG." I also said another $100 from me if all the runners hit Honey Skip, which I think they all did.
They did, yeah. Yep.
Thanks, Raise Fire.
Yo, that's a lot of yatas.
Yeah, that's a lot of yatas.
Yeah. So by doing EYG, they completely skip Pinna 5 and the first half of Pinna 6, and then they can just go right into Pinna 7, and now they're off to Rico, which is one of the RNG-free
actually. Yeah. Very
levels, which is good. We like that.
Very good.
Very, very little RNG in Rico.
Yeah, and
It's like just the crane.
Yeah,
that's
just the
only
crane.
thing
That's
I
it.
can think of.
You saw both Panga and Bouncy get into the loading zone from underneath the dock. That loading zone is super glitchy. It's it's funny to see.
Yeah, you
like,
can hit
we're
it.
not even there.
Yeah, you can hit it from really low, and then it looks a little silly when Mario goes into the M. All right, Trey finishing up the Shadow Mario and catching up with the others in Rico.
Strongman
so is
right
Lin.
behind. This is a really close race.
It's a pretty close race, yeah.
This is really, really awesome. This is the first of 3 blooper fights in the game, only 2 that we do.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people, if you've only seen speedruns, you may not even know. You normally have to pull off every single one of his tentacles, but you could literally just pull off his nose. Just walk up to him and spray. Really easy.
Yeah, you have to grab the nose like right after he attacks you. So they spray him to get hit, to get the blooper to attack Mario.
Yeah.
And then grab the nose right as the attack lands.
And there's also a setup to know when you're supposed to pull the nose. So usually people will just pull all the way until it snaps, but you actually don't have to do that. You only have to hold it until he screeches.
Yeah, exactly.
So most people use that auto cue. You can get away with getting a little bit before the screech if you know the proper timing, but a lot of people will just opt to go safe.
It's pretty risky, yeah, but that's definitely one of the strats that they use. All right.
Rico 2, blooperless.
Blooperless. Save the bloopers.
Yeah, man.
Oh
my dog.
If you're excited for blooperless, please type "Oh my dog" in the chat right now.
Rip chat.
Yep. Oh well. So yeah, you're gonna get to see them save the bloopers in both locations.
Yeah, normally you have to ride a blooper to get to go across into the loading zone, but they're going to do a cool Y-turn off the slide, off the cliff to get in.
Exactly, and it looks like Panga and Bouncy are really close.
Slightly ahead of
And they're
Wow.
right neck and neck.
Yo.
Oh man.
All right, all right. So now they're gonna save the blooper inside the secret.
You see another GWKH there.
Exactly. So they need to hit each little trigger along the way so that the game thinks they actually completed the mission when they really didn't. And they're going to do that by going along the roof. And it saves a few seconds.
1885.
Nice. Bouncy
That's
does
really
it.
good. That's really good.
1985.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, so that saves like 4 seconds,
like 4 or 5,
optimally.
6
4 or 5,
seconds,
yeah. Overriding the blooper.
All right, now Trey and Lin are both just behind them. Not even a whole shine behind.
This is real. This is
really
really
good.
good.
Really good.
Such a good race. Coming into Rigo 3, which is arguably the hardest shine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Arguably the hardest shine in the game.
I mean,
super long.
It's super long, really
and
difficult. So many
yeah.
hard strats you have to do.
Look at all this movement. He's to go on the crane.
It'll
You
take
have to
10
go
minutes.
over here.
10
and
minutes at least.
And he's done.
Oh, whoa. It's already done.
Wait a minute.
Oh, look at that.
All right,
so
looks like.
correct me if I'm wrong, but that jump is frame perfect at the end.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
absolutely
Oh,
perfect.
yep,
Absolutely
exactly.
perfect. Yep, yeah.
So Trey gets blooperless, which is good, and Lin just finishing up.
You want to talk about Spire strats?
If you want, you can do it.
So
75.
So coming up into another secret level, Rico 4, is one of the tricky movement, like really movement intensive secrets that like define Sunshine, I think, because it's really easy to mess up, and if you mess up, it's painful. But so what at the beginning, what they're gonna do is something called spiral strats, which basically gets them onto an earlier cycle all the way at the end.
Yeah, they use a lot of jump dives, which will save a little bit of time overall, and as they go through the whole secret, they get to a earlier cycle at the end, which saves a few seconds.
This is one of those secrets that I personally think, even though it's really hard in the speedrun.
Oh man. Bouncy makes the cycle though, but
I shouldn't have memed about Rigo 3.
Yeah, man. All right,
Nice.
Bouncy gets it done.
BounceyBoy with a great Rico 4.
Yeah, as difficult as it is, Rigo 4, I think it's actually harder casually, and the speedrun strats make it much easier to get through.
Now Pang is opting for a little bit safer of a strat. Will be one cycle later on this yellow cycle.
Whoa.
Almost a little
man.
too early.
Slides back, but he still gets it. That's good.
The heart attacks, the heart attacks.
Oh, yeah, man. All right, good job.
And Trey now entering Rico 4.
Holding my breath.
Yeah.
You know, there's not really much going on right now. I like to gauge interest from the crowd. Let's hear it if you think BounceyBoy's gonna win. Let's hear it for Panga.
Oh, the crowd.
Okay. Wow.
How about the AverageTrey?
Ryan.
And the comeback kid, StrongmanLin.
Yo. Yeah.
Vote now on your phones.
Bouncy just finishing up the second blooper fight, pretty much the same as.
And Lin falls down on the way down to the fight. But it's pretty simple to get back up.
Yeah, really easy.
Pretty much the same as the first. You have to pull his nose a little bit longer, and he has like one extra attack that we don't get to see.
Yeah.
So
The
really
fruit
similar.
machine was messing him up even when he's not doing 120.
I do want to mention real quick that the bidding war for Final Fantasy Choose a Character names will end at the end of this run. So if you want to get your character name in there, make sure you get that bid in before the end of Sunshine.
get it in, get those donations in.
Yeah.
Bouncy doing Rigo 6. We use the green blooper here because all of the bloopers are equal top speed when you hold forward, but the green blooper has the best handling.
Yeah, exactly. So we pick the one with the best handling, and makes it a lot easier to control.
And they'll do. You probably will see two different routes for this.
Yeah. Some people will go one way, and some of them will go the other way. One of the strats the one Bouncy did is a little bit more difficult, but it gets you a second or two faster, which is, it seems like he got it.
Yeah, we call what he did backwards routes.
Yeah,
and
reverse route.
I believe Panga will be going for the forwards route, which I think is the intended one.
We think.
Yeah, no one knows.
They're everywhere.
It's the one we've done for a really long time, and then just relatively recently, people have switched to the other strat for an extra second or so. That's kind of what's pushed the optimization in this game. Because over the last year, the world record's gone down by like 2 minutes or so, like crazy.
And it's all crazy. Like 3 or 4 second optimizations, and they add up a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've got another $200 from Raise Fire.
Oh, yeah. Oh man.
He says, "I'm a man of my word. $100 for Honey Skip, and also another $100 for all of them crushing EYG as well."
Yo. Yeah, man.
So also Bouncy doing the easiest quick kill of all Shadow
Don't
Marios.
say that.
It's frame perfect.
Wait, Panga already beat it. We're okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. There's no jinxing him anymore. Basically, all you have to do is walk up and spray him while you walk up the ramp, and he'll stop right at the top. And with that, we'll be heading into Bianco.
So this is where we finish up Bianco after not having done it the first time. Strongman picks up that last coin. Nice.
So now we're going to be heading into Bianco 6, another one of the pretty scary.
Oh, Panga hasn't done yet.
Oh, no.
Sorry. He got it.
He's good. He's good. Okay, good.
He doesn't actually miss it that often. We just joke about it. He's missed it like once.
All right, so all right, he's saving it. Okay, yeah.
Right.
So
yeah, that's fine.
So in Bianco 6, going over to the secret is actually pretty far, and there is a way you can do a hover slide, and you go all the way up to the top of that hill instead of having to roll out. It's a very, it's not very common, but it saves a second or two.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
You'll see a couple different strats here in Bianco 6. Bouncy will do, I think, we'll do another momentum spin here. And
he
makes
gets
it.
Nice.
Nice. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. People just started doing that strat, again, relatively recently.
Yeah.
It's a common theme with how the game has evolved a lot recently.
Yeah, just little seconds like that.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff like that.
And then I believe at least Panga will do a different strat.
Cap strat.
Cap strat.
All right, see.
Up at the top, Bouncy doing Cyclist, where you don't even bother, where you just skip that the first red platform there and gets it.
And he
gets
grabbed
it.
the shine.
He got it.
He grabbed the shine. Congratulations.
Redemption.
Meanwhile,
Panga and Trey.
Meanwhile, low-key, Panga and Trey are like right next to each other.
Really neck and neck.
Both heading right in right now. All right.
Panga
There's
does
the cap
the
strat.
Y turn strat,
Nice.
gets it. Trey
And
going
Trey
for the
for
momentum spin
nice.
strike, gets it too. Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is one of the notorious tricky secrets in the game. That's why in the German route we do it first, or we do it before going to gelato. Lose that 3 seconds on the cutscene, but you know, if you want to reset because you messed it up a bunch, you know, you didn't waste 51 minutes
Yeah.
before dying a few.
And also, the reason it's so scary is because dying at the end sucks because
You have to
wait for that hold. That cube is
Yeah.
just an auto
Oh,
scroller
yeah.
going
Yeah.
all the way up. And they
And
both finished it.
two-
Great, awesome.
Yeah, $50. Yeah. Didn't die. StrongmanLin going for the old school camera turn.
Really consistent. He got it. Nice.
Got
Oh,
it.
that's nice.
Now the rest of the runners are going to get Yoshi unlocked to get into Serena. Second to last world.
This is a really big RNG world, really big luck-based world.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
There's two shines in here that are really variant on the times you can get, even with really good execution. And the
Yeah.
first one is Serena 1, which is Manta.
And Lin gets Bianca 6.
Everybody got
Bianca
Bianca 6 first try.
Nice.
This is a race.
Awesome.
This is
We
a
have
race.
a race.
Yeah.
Because coming out of Manta, that's like 30 to 40 seconds. It could be like 30 to 40
yeah.
seconds variance. People could easily catch up here.
Definitely, especially on Manta, Manta is known for being a shine where even if you're playing perfectly, it can still screw you over. You lose 20, 30 seconds. So
It's also a shine
Very
you don't want to
close.
practice because
Yeah.
you just spam spray and hurt your hand.
oh no, Panga's Shadow Mario
Oh, man.
turns the other way on him.
So Trey might
You got him down.
offset this deficit with that direction.
All right, so Bouncy doing a dive onto the hut. This is actually a strat found by Wilco SC2. The mantle.
Sorry.
Oh, you got okay. No, it doesn't happen on JP.
It's
fine. It's good.
Flashbacks,
Yeah.
flashbacks.
So the strap by Wilco, the Manta will go away from you, and as they break up, they'll stay in a much more confined area. So it's easy for you to spray them all and get the bigger ones first. And that's what you have to do to beat this shine, which a lot of people have trouble as on their first run. But it looks like Bouncy is doing pretty well on this so far.
Yeah, you really want to get him to the pink-purple final stage as fast as possible.
Exactly.
So they home back in on you.
Yeah, they start following you, and then it's a lot easier to finish.
And the longer you wait before gaining that stage, the more they spread out. So it takes even longer to get through this, right?
Exactly.
And Strongman, the only one that I should have actually been nervous about with the fruit storage glitch that can happen on PAL. You can actually store the Serena pineapple, and so
man.
like it's not actually there, so you can still get in the pipe, and then you have to go back and get Yoshi and eat this and the pineapple again, which is what I thought Panga did for a second. But it can't happen on JP, so. Bouncy getting a pretty
Bouncy
decent
got
Manta.
very decent
pretty
Manta,
decent
yeah.
Manta.
And a surprising thing about Japanese in the Serena Beach, in this world only, the hotel manager speaks a lot more on Japanese than he speaks in any of the other versions. And like in a mission like Serena 6, he will speak with like 5 or 6 text boxes, and while in English it's only 2. And it's surprising because usually everyone knows Japanese is faster, but not for some reason in this world it's a lot slower, which means Lin's going to save a bit of time on them here.
So what you're telling me is that Strongman's going to be in first by the end of Serena.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, absolutely.
Come back.
I believe, dude. I believe.
Everyone's going to get all the extra cycles.
Trey gets a pretty decent Manta.
Oh, and you'll see as the last of 2 of them finish the Manta Shine, they actually look towards the sun in first person. The reason they're actually doing that is because it'll actually conserve the direction they're facing. So you'll see Panga doing it right now. Since he looks that way, this cutscene will play, and at the end of the cutscene, he'll be facing the correct way, and he can just dive towards the shine instead of having to turn around, and it saves a second or 2. All right. Bouncy getting to Serena 2 pretty well. Those boos can screw you over, but he got it.
This is another one of the 2 back-to-back secrets. That was really good Manta by Strongman. Catching up a lot of ground there. 2 back-to-back really hard secrets.
Bouncy almost bonking off, but he got it. He's good. Serena 2, again, another one of those really, really scary secrets. It's inevitably towards the end of the run. You can't really do much to make it earlier, but
guarantee every single SMS runner has lost runs.
Yep,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a lot
multiple
of runs.
times.
You'll
Multiple
see
Yeah, man.
Bouncy right here do another momentum spin to make it
Yeah, he got
to
it.
the
Awesome.
sandbox way
Nice.
faster. Nice. Really good. That's good.
Oh,
All right.
Trey getting in cleanly. Trey pulling solidly into second place here. Less than a shine behind Bouncy.
Oh, small thing you just saw Panga do. By spraying the Pianta,
Yeah.
he actually talks to you from a further distance, so you just save like a little bit of time by giving him a little spray down.
And during the Serena 2 entry, yeah, you'll see them jumping forward, and a lot of them sometimes you'll do a water spray, but it's actually a little faster to do a jump dive, which is what all of them doing. They're all saving the booze. Oh, and Lin.
So that's if that boo is too high, it just sometimes bodies you, and that's just unfortunate. Pretty quick backup though.
Yep.
Good job.
All right, so Bouncy is getting on to Serena 3 now, which is another really long shine, which you skip really easily just with a clip like that. Done.
Banana split.
Out of here.
Panga gets the momentum spin.
Nice.
In
Panga
there.
finishes Serena 2.
Everybody pretty much within a shine of each other. This is really great.
We've got $100 from Quintopia. 4 first try EYGs equals another $100.
Yo.
Put it towards Dode smashing the bonus level in Panga's Dream World ROM hack on Saturday. Go Panga!
Nice. Okay.
He almost dies, but he gets it. Right.
Can't let my blood pressure stay low at all.
All right. All right, so Bouncy heading into the last secret shine for Serena. Another pretty scary one. But this is another shine where you have to do the casino. A lot of people probably remember you have to spray so much RNG. You don't know what you're doing, but Bouncy makes it look really easy. Just does the clip.
And
Oh,
all right.
almost gets
At least
in,
he's
but
in there.
saves
In
so
there.
much time.
Yeah.
Really easy clip that gets
So,
you in there.
Yeah, 2 clips back to back on Serena 3 and Serena 4 that save a bunch of time.
Yeah.
And you'll see him most likely do another one of these momentum spins we've been talking about. That's a little bit different at the end of Serena 4 here, where he gets the fast run and then instead of doing the spin input early, he does it
Nice.
just like that.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's a loose spin input, keeping the momentum and making it across.
Yeah. Super
Nice.
precise, because if you spin too fast, you do a pivot and you'll lose your speed, and if you spin too quick, then if you spin
Yeah.
if you
Other
spin
way
too
around.
slow,
Yeah,
it's not
you
going to
lose-
read the spin input.
Right,
So
and if you spin too quickly.
And Trey just getting in gets the clip pretty smoothly.
Yep.
So Bouncy coming into Serena 5 here. Here's a pretty big RNG luck spot as well.
This could be an equalizer.
And let's see.
This is the
Trey
Trey gets it.
Nice.
He
Trey
is in
doing the
there.
momentum spin jump
Perfect.
also. Good job.
This is the last major
Yep.
last major RNG shine in the game.
King Boo.
Yeah, King Boo is the moment where once you get past him, you're like, wow, I can PB, maybe.
Yeah.
At King Boo 97.
At King Boo 97.
So how King Boo works is you're gonna wanna how to damage him is you throw a pepper in his mouth followed by another fruit. But to do that, his roulette or the slot machine that he pulls up, you have to get 3 fruits. But in between each fruit cycle,
Oh my God.
I'm
Oh,
just
man.
gonna.
Oh
You guys
my
just
God.
do you. I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
Speak for himself.
Oh,
2
man.
extra cycles.
Yeah,
so
so
Bouncy's getting really bad luck here. You want fruit first, and then
after every fruit cycle,
nice.
you can't get another fruit cycle in a row.
Yeah.
So you have to get one of a non-fruit cycle and then another fruit cycle, swapping back and forth.
And if you get
Oh, no.
Invisible
What?
fruit.
Looks like the fruit hit something in the middle of the air. What?
This is a good game.
yeah, but
Yeah,
so
man.
what happens when you can get a fruit cycle and you don't get a fruit cycle? It's called an extra cycle, and it loses like 7 or 8 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's so Bouncy has 2 already, which puts him significantly behind. We want to have 0 of those. The other little bit of luck here is that where the fruits come out of his mouth can be like right in front of you, or like all the way out to the side. And obviously, you want him directly in front.
You want the peppers to be pretty close to you. And something to note that if they get an extra cycle, they can actually cancel King Boo a little bit earlier, so they save a couple seconds on that extra cycle. Bouncy throwing the fruit to the camera.
That one's for you.
For the fans.
I hope you
for
like
the fans.
Yo, Strongman got the ground pound.
Everybody on King Boo now. This is exciting.
Yeah.
I think Bouncy's still sticking on the 2 extra cycles. Yeah.
Right, that's good.
Is that 2, Bouncy? I think so.
I think he's good,
yeah.
This definitely makes it closer. Closes the gap for sure. If everybody else gets good RNG.
I don't think Panga's got extras. I'm not sure. Oh, no, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I need to stop.
Come on, man.
I have completely lost track of how many extras.
Yeah, it's just King Boo at this point.
Oh, well,
yeah.
Trey's coming out second out of the King Boo fight. Oh, man. All right, so Bouncy's heading into Serena 6, which is another one of the extremely big differences between Japanese and other versions. The Japanese version, you have to clean every single last bit of goop, and even if you do, sometimes you'll get invisible goop, and it's really difficult to figure out where it is to finish cleaning. So the Japanese version loses a bunch of time here to the PAL version. You'll get to see StrongmanLin, since he's on the PAL version. He's not going to have to clean nearly as much of the goop in order to finish the mission.
Yeah, but the main strategy here is, of course, spam spraying a lot, which, of course, spam sprays will deplete your water tank very, very quickly.
Yeah.
So getting water on the route and not missing anything is pretty crucial to getting a good time here.
Yeah, and definitely much harder on Japanese. You got to manage it really well. Okay. And Bouncy gets a 218. Pretty impressive for Serena 6 on Japanese. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
We've got a $100 donation from the Jaywitz. This is my favorite speed run, and it's awesome to see my favorite runners in one place for a great cause. Good luck rescuing Mama Peach.
So Trey does a little bit of a different route here.
Oh, he still gets 213.
Still gets 213.
Good, because at the end there, it's a lot more clutch than you realize. Because at the end, the timer could just not stop, and you have no idea where the invisible goop is. You have to go back and search the whole beach. So it's really good when you get that on Japanese.
And Trey does a little bit of a different route. He leaves the goop next to the guy you talked to get the shine from for last. And it looks slower because it loses time on the in-game timer, but it's actually faster, a little bit faster RTA because you're right next to the guy at the end.
Yeah, and you'll notice Lin is leaving a little bit of goop behind, and that's okay because he's on PAL, and that's the version where it's a little bit easier to. They give you a little bit more leeway.
224.
Wow, 224. Yeah.
So
that's still really good even for PAL.
Actually pulls ahead of Panga here.
And Panga gets a 220 on JP.
Wow.
Yo.
So even with the really, really good 220 by Panga.
Yeah, that was.
Strongman still pulls ahead with the PAL advantage.
All right, so done with Serena. Onto the last mission.
The last leg. So from here on out, there's pretty much no RNG left. There's no luck-based things left in the run until you get to the very final Bowser fight. So Noki's really technical and
really
separates
really difficult stage.
Yeah, separates
the men from the boys.
The men from the boys.
Oh yeah.
All right, so you'll see Bouncy going for a really fast cycle here, and Noki won.
You want to get to the mole who's throwing these little goop balls. Nice.
And he got it.
Pretty good. You want to get to the mole who's throwing the goop balls between when he's throwing the goop balls, so he'll stop and throw bombs at you. You still have to you have to kill this one, unfortunately. I know, kill the animals.
Yeah.
Kill the animals.
Sunshine's an unbiased game.
Yeah. Oh, Trey getting a Gumi spawning right under him.
I say no luck-based things, and then he gets hit by a Gumi.
Yeah.
which is luck, but that usually doesn't happen and is very unfortunate.
Yeah, but he still makes it up there, which is good.
Yeah, doesn't lose more than a couple seconds.
Yeah, the Gumis can really screw you, especially if they're in the wrong spot. You could fall all the way off, so it's a good thing he still is able to make it up there.
Yeah. So, incoming into Noki 2, this is actually, surprisingly, the third Goober Blooper fight.
Yeah, Noki 2 is supposed to be the third Goober Blooper fight. They recycle the boss 2 times, which is ridiculous, but we don't want to do it a third time. It's ridiculous. So all we have to do, and you'll see Bouncey doing it now, is grab a spring, and when you place the spring, it actually expands, so it'll push Mario into the wall, and then he clips out of bounds, and it's a really impressive trick to see.
Yeah, the movement in Noki 1 and Noki 2 is so technical and difficult, and it's just so super impressive to watch.
Yeah, you have to work the camera, you got to work your dives and spin
and there's Bouncey with the nice.
Boom, in there, and nice. That's really good.
No need for that fight.
Yeah, Lin and Panga.
Yeah, the sync.
Right next to each other. Trey just in front of him. This is coming into Noki this close is really cool. Like this doesn't happen in 4-man races that often. All 4 of these guys, it speaks to how consistent and really good at the game all four of them are. It's impressive, is what I'm getting at here.
Yeah. Yes. Trey getting the clip as well. Nice.
Noki 3 is where they decide to teach us about the underwater physics of the game.
The very end.
Because, we needed to know about that earlier.
Yeah.
He's just got to get the red coins here. And it's actually casually a little bit harder than you'd think because the water physics are obviously water physics in a 3D game. But
and it's deceptively hard.
Yeah.
You have to have really good control over the momentum, and Bouncey makes it out pretty well.
Yeah, that was great. Oh my gosh!
Oh, the
Look at Panga and Strong.
Oh wow!
Scoreboard.
The JP loading times. Oh man.
Panga's cheating.
That's really good evidence. Yeah, man. It's really good evidence of showing just how fast the Japanese loading times are compared to the PAL, because they're right next to each other, and you can see they came out of the shine right next to each other, and now Panga's a little bit ahead.
Strongman's Serena advantage is over. It's JP's time to shine.
All right, so Bouncey is now going to move into the eel fight, which is one of those. The eel fight and Noki 6 are the two, at the end of the run, the two things that are really, really clutch, really difficult for speedrunners. And if you're ahead and you're on a good run, it's pretty scary. So let's hope they can make it out well.
This is generally considered some of the new runners' least favorite shine in the whole
Definitely.
game. It's not a secret, but it's just as bad.
Yeah, exactly.
But we also have to wait kind of a long time.
Yeah.
I do have a $20 donation from Rob the Gamer.
Rob the Gamer.
On behalf of most, if not all, of the Pac-Man speedrunning community, good luck to our homeboy, Trey, in Super Mario Sunshine.
Nice. Tupac, dude.
So you'll see Bouncey bump into a bubble there. You take damage from it, but you also get air. It resets his air, so he'll have enough to finish this fight. And he does fast cycle.
He does a really
6-tooth.
Yeah, it's called 6-tooth. He actually we used to just clean 5-tooth off. Here, 5-tooth in a row, but he actually gets to clean 6 teeth off, just barely.
Wow.
And he gets it there. And it saves a few seconds because you don't have to wait for the eel to close his mouth again.
He also sets up really low because he's going to try and get the eel to. He's trying to try and trigger the eel early.
Nice.
Nice. That's really good.
Skips a cutscene. So you saw him. He took damage from the tooth at the same time as he cleaned the tooth off. And since he did that, it doesn't allow the cutscene to go, but it still spawns the shine, so he can go down to where the shine is right away instead of having to float down.
Yeah, that was a really, really good eel.
Yeah, that was. It was great.
And Trey about to do the same thing.
Yep.
We'll opt for the 5-tooth.
One,
safety.
one cycle slower, like 6 or 9 seconds?
Yeah, it's only a
7
few
seconds?
seconds. Yeah, something like
Something
that.
like
Yeah, 5, 7 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, still, Lin and Panga are pretty close still.
Another
Yeah.
small difference between the Japanese versions and the other versions is that so to do the cutscene skip, you have to be in the invincibility frames from damage.
Well, yeah.
And when you take air damage on the Japanese version, your invincibility frames are much less than in the other versions. So you
Yeah.
can actually have a backup cutscene skip just by taking air damage.
Yeah, if you're not in Japanese,
if you're not
it's
on
much easier.
Japanese.
Yeah.
It's possible. I've done it.
Yeah.
But it's definitely all luck.
Everyone has that one run when they're not too good at the game anymore, and they accidentally get it because they took damage. They took air damage right at the end.
Yeah. So Panga
All
getting
right,
a really
Panga
good eel as
nice.
well.
Great eel.
So yeah.
All
that
right,
was-
and
has almost caught up to Trey as well.
Strongman also
Nice.
with cutscene skip.
Bouncy showing off the clip. Got nothing to do. Piantissimo, like, what else are you gonna do? It's boring.
Yeah.
He takes so long.
Yeah, this one essentially an auto scroller, and you have to wait around. 29:53. Really, he did it really quickly.
Yeah.
As long as you beat him.
So, if any of you are familiar with Super Mario 64, you know that whenever you race Koopa the Quick, which is sort of a mirror of Piantissimo in this game, finishing faster does matter because Koopa the Quick will rubber band. Piantissimo doesn't do that.
He just finishes extremely slowly, no matter what you do.
He's just going to do whatever he wants. Doesn't matter.
And, all right.
Good luck.
Yeah, so Bounce is going into the last secret of the game.
Bouncy coming into the infamous Noki 6, which we all have utmost faith in him.
Oh, man.
I've got $100 from Black Sheep Vidya. Let me get this straight. Luigi risks his life trying to save Mario from a painting in his haunted mansion and is thanked by not getting invited on the tropical island vacation. Once again, no love for the best brother.
It was a romantic trip.
Yeah, so they took the toads.
Yeah, they took the toads.
All right. So BounceyBoy getting into the secret.
So there's a couple different like cycles you can make here. There's green cycle and blue cycle. A green cycle is really, really difficult to pull off.
And normally for a marathon run, you play it safe just because it's the end of the run.
And
But
he's
he's going
got
for
it.
go for it anyway.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
no!
Oh, man.
It's not.
But he's not
oh,
dead.
He's not dead. He
Dead.
doesn't die. Do you
Man.
believe this?
Oh, God.
Coming back up.
All right. He's still got the lead. He's gonna.
Yellow side.
All right.
Oh no, Bouncy! Oh, clutches it out again! What a legend!
Oh my God!
What a legend! Dude, he's making it close, boys and girls.
Yeah, this
He's
is making it close.
This
Trey-
is for the fans right now.
Trey is
He
catching up.
got blue cycle.
Wow, this race is getting closer.
Oh
and
no!
closer.
Bouncy, please.
Oh my God, dude. So close, dude. Oh my God. Dude, Trey's getting closer and closer.
Oh, this is unreal.
Gotta do it, finish it. Oh, okay.
Gets it!
Trey,
all
only
four
10 seconds, only about 10 seconds behind. We got
This
Trey.
is crazy going
Trey
into
finishing.
And
Nice.
and Panga halfway
Panga
through
gets
the
blue
level
cycle.
already.
Whoa. Wow, this is close. Oh, man.
Everybody on basically
Panga.
the same shine right now.
Panga doing
killing it.
really well at Noki 6. Nice. Finishing as well. Oh, wow,
Amazing.
really
Oh,
close.
Strongman gets it.
Oh, man.
Barely avoids the peg.
Does
Gets the
pyro
pyro
kick.
kick.
Yep.
Yes. Wow.
Anyway,
In there.
wow.
Everybody got through.
That
Bouncy
was
doing the
so
quick
close.
kill. Trey right behind him.
Trey,
Panga
wow.
just entering. And Strongman going. This is crazy.
Trey.
Oh, okay.
gets
Trey,
it.
Oh,
okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
would
that's
take
a
that.
that's a backup. It's really close. If you don't get him there, he actually goes all the way up. You lose a bunch of seconds. So it's a good thing he made it. It's still a really close race.
I think it's like 12 seconds if he has to do the wall kicks
Yeah.
up because you can't get him until he jumps to the second platform.
And it's really frustrating because it's the last shine of the run. All right. Bouncy heading into Corona. Grand finale.
So something really cool that didn't get shown off at SGDQ.
Oh yeah.
That was found literally the day that that Bouncy the day that Bouncy did his run.
The day Bouncy did his
at
SGDQ run last year.
They found what's called well, we knew about rocket storage, but like
it's double rocket.
Rocket storage.
Yeah, exactly.
And triple and quadruple.
And so on and so forth.
What it is, it's a new glitch that allows you. Normally, we could just store a rocket and then allow you to do 2 rockets at once and skip a lot of clouds. Now you can actually store as many rockets as you want until your water runs out, and we found a new way to do it. And because of that, now Bouncy's going to be able to skip every cloud and go rocket straight up and without having to use any of the clouds, which is pretty impressive. So look out for that one.
It's actually kind of the most fun strat to watch.
Oh, it's so cool. It's really
so
cool.
simple, but
And
it's so fun.
simple.
Yeah.
Trey looking over to see how close Bouncy is. Oh, man.
Wow, this is all 4 on
man.
Corona at the same time.
This is crazy.
Bouncy
Going for the
getting
boat.
Speedboat.
Speedboat does not crash.
All right, good. That was good.
And now he's on to
Now
rocket
he's gonna
storage.
do rocket storage. Trey on the boat as well. This is
Oh, man.
this might come down to goop.
Yeah, literally, goop on Bowser. And there he goes. That's the rocket glitch. Nice.
There we go. Trey about to do it. Panga getting on the boat, and Strongman getting. Oh, this is. I'm excited.
I'm so excited.
All right, Trey getting it too. Nice.
Panga.
Oh,
Oh,
getting the boat.
narrowly
Nice.
misses.
Oh. All right, one more with the boat. Oh man,
Strongman also making it through the boat. We're
Nice.
all heading to Bowser.
Nice.
So see
Good, all
Bouncy go
boats.
to the left first, and then he'll go to the right. This just makes it a little bit more consistent to try and not get hit by the goop, because if you get hit by the goop when you ground pound there, you can die or just lose a few seconds in general, especially when you're like really close to a PB. This can make the difference, and in a really tight race.
Oh man.
Very, very tight race.
Bouncy,
does
2
it as
platforms
well.
left.
No goop so far.
Time will be when he ground pounds on the last platform. When he hits the ground pound on the last platform, will be time.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Last
No
one,
goop.
Trey gets hit by goop.
Here it is.
And
Time!
oh, congrats. Nice.
117. 117.
Wow.
Wow, and Trey.
And
Trey,
has
one more.
finish as well.
One more.
Panga on it.
Panga
This
on the
is
third.
crazy.
This is so close.
This is crazy.
And
Time for Trey.
Nice.
Panga's got 2 more. Wow. 118.11.
Panga on his last hit.
And Panga. Nice.
Gets it.
yeah.
Time for Panga. Strongman with 2 more.
Oh,
Gets bodied
that's a
by
high
the goop. No!
Oh, man. Oh.
No.
Wow. Yo.
Strongman Lin. Come on, you got it. 3 more.
Come on, man. No goop, Bowser.
Two more.
All right, all
Listen
right.
to that crowd.
Last one.
Last one.
Avoids the goop.
Yeah, time.
119.12. 119.12.
Wow. Wow.
Wow, that was incredible. You guys are
Wow,
awesome.
great job.
Absolutely
That was
insane race.
insane
Yeah,
race.
great job to all 4 of the runners. All 4 of the runners, amazing.
Congrats, guys.
Amazing job. Such a close race. Wow.
Absolutely crazy.
Really impressive.
Really, really impressive, guys.
Awesome.
Everybody sub 120.
Yeah.
Wow. 117.55 to 119.12. Wow.
That's
Wow.
Really impressive.
And
All
we'll
right.
throw it back to YKB.
Thank you so much, Sniper. Let's give it up one more time for Panga, StrongmanLin,